Here we go. Next up, we have Brian Gregory, the CEO of Admanity and creator of the Admanity Protocol, the world's first emotional algorithm for small business brand analysis. The Admanity Protocol can analyze any company brand in 5 minutes online and then create agency-level advice on how that business should market and advertise emotionally to reach those most likely to buy. The algorithm identifies the ideal tactics, strategies, and ad formulas that can be used, as well as a myriad of other marketing recommendations. It is a breakthrough for small businesses that need the strategies, as well as for the ad agencies that are hired to create them. He has been an entrepreneur for 40 years, has spent 20 years in the magazine, publishing, advertising, and agency realm. He's written the book Sheep Don't Eat Complicated Grass and is very passionate about the advantages of emotional marketing. He's an advertising sales master, author, speaker, and an expert on emotional marketing and branding tactics. Welcome to the stage, Brian. It's great to have you back.
Hey, Bettina. It's great to be back. As always, I feel like I'm always among friends here every time we get together. I see so many familiar faces. So I'll get right into it. Hey, everybody, I'm Brian Gregory, and I'm here today. I'm going to chat with you about advertising and marketing. It's great that I get to follow up on what Tequila was just bringing out. She had a lot of great points there about your personal brand and how important it is. And so many people don't believe they have one because they think branding is a big thing and it's a big company thing. But even I don't care if you have a hot dog cart or if you just have a personal coaching business on the side and you don't feel like you have this brand built yet, but you are a brand. And everything you do must reinforce that. And what I'm going to share with you today is some techniques that the big brands use and how you can use them yourself, because they don't have a monopoly on good ideas. They don't have a monopoly on formula. They don't have a monopoly on words or emotions. Everything they do, you can do as well. I'm going to start today. I'm going to play a little game. I haven't done this before with this group. And I want you guys to imagine that you're an ad agency, okay? You are an ad agency and you know everything about advertising. You're really smart about advertising. And I am going to come to you as a potential client. So imagine you're sitting behind your big agency desk and somebody like me comes in and has a request, or let's say a whole bunch of requests. And I call this game, If You Were My Agency. And the point is, would you take me as a client? When I get done telling you what I want, you're gonna make the decision whether you would take me as a client. Okay, so you guys ready? Okay, so you guys are the ad agency, and I'm somebody that just walks through the door. Okay, here we go. Hey there, Mr. Ad Agency. My name's Brian, and I really want to get some professional, high-level agency advice because I realize I don't really get all this advertising stuff. It's kind of complicated, and I just wasn't educated in all that. So I'm going to hire you. I want to hire you to help me with my advertising. So far, it sounds pretty good. But then comes the list of demands, and this is what I want. Here's the first thing I want to do. I want to understand my own brand. That's pretty important, right? I just need to know who I am so I can project that to the other people out there, because if I don't know what I'm doing, how am I going to sell this to the world? You must understand your own brand. And I want you to figure me out. I want you to sort of diagnose all the emotions and everything that are going on in my brand so that I can learn how to project that to the rest of the world. So I'm not sure how you do that. You're an ad guy. You figure all that stuff out. You're smart. Next, I want some strategies. I want some formulas. I want to know how to create the ads, not just for advertising. I want email formulas. I want social media. I might do some door hangers. I might do radio. I might do a webinar. I might do a funnel. I might do a website or two. And I want these formulas to work on all this stuff because I don't really have the time to figure it all out the hard way, which means I lose money. So you figure out not one, not two, but 16 different ways I can sell my brand. And I'll leave that up to you. And obviously, I want all those ideas to be based on actual winning formulas in the real world. So don't give me any experimental stuff. Don't do that to me. I'm not your guinea pig. You give me the good stuff. I just want the A-level quality formulas. So if you're getting all this down, I've got a little bit more. I'd also like you to teach me how to upsell my current clients. My current clients could be spending a lot more money, and there's gold right there. But I have to figure out how to get it from them. So you show me the upselling formulas for the people I already have. Just figure all that for me as well. And sometimes I lose a client. You know, I'm not perfect, and I need to win them back because I know they're going to wander over to my competition, and I don't want to build my competition. So you show me exactly how to win back a customer when they fall off the books, because I bet there's a strategy for that too. I'd also like to know the colors of my brand. That's pretty important. There's so many colors. There's like a zillion colors. Which one should I be using when I'm communicating to my customer? What will make them want to buy more of me? Color is so important. So you figure that out. Now, language is super important, isn't it? Copywriting. We hear a lot about copywriting. I don't know anything about it. I just want you to show me all the words I should be using. Show me the phrases. Show me the metaphors. I think there's about 170,000 words in the English language, but I don't want to mess with that. I just want you to show me the ones that sell my brand. Just pick them all out. I know it's a lot of work, but please go ahead and do that for me. And I'd be really appreciative if you find all those keywords that I should be using in all of my materials right now. On top of that, I'd like you to build a psychological profile of who my best customer is. Gosh, what are these people thinking? What do they want from me, right? Show me what these people are like when they want to buy whatever my product is. And I know I haven't even told you what my product is yet, but you're going to have to figure that out too. I also like to know the photos that I should be using, because photos are really important. So you should just go to some stock photo place and get all the photos that are great for me to use, so I can save me that time. And you should probably just buy me a membership to a stock photo thing so I don't have to do it. I think that'd be a real nice thing for you to do. I would like to also give my clients the right gifts. I gave a box of candy last year and everybody yawned at it. Nobody liked the box of candy. So I want you to tell me which gifts I should give so that they want to buy from me. They want to buy more, because gifts are important and I don't know what I'm doing. Also, throughout the year, I'd like about 100 emails from you that teach me lessons about marketing and advertising, nuggets of wisdom that I can share and learn. So I become smarter and smarter. Maybe one day I'll be as smart as you. So provide all that for me. I'd also like some videos, some podcasts, some case studies. I want to learn a lot from you. I don't want to just pay you and be done. I want this to continue to educate me. And I would like you to put all of that in an online digital format that I can access 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Could you just go ahead and set that up for me? I'd appreciate that. Now, let it not be said that I'm not willing to pay. I know that's a lot of work. And I know that you're going to be very, very busy creating all of that for me. So I have good news. I am willing to pay you the grand sum of $397 to do all of that for me. Now, before you leap across the table and say, yes, I can't wait to start, I have a couple more requests. I'm a busy guy and I can't afford to wait around. So could you get that done in the next 5 minutes? I got to go. And one more thing. If I don't like what you put together for me, after I read it and look at it, and I don't like it, I want a full refund within 30 days. I want to be able to ask for all my money back after you've done all that work. Now, if that seems reasonable to you, let's get started. And now I ask all of you on the summit today, some of you are in this business, do you take me as your client? I see people going, no, absolutely not. Nobody in their right mind should take me as a client. Nobody in their wrong mind should take me as their client. It's a ridiculous ask of any agency. They would charge you so much money to do all that. And yet everything I just told you, every single thing and even more, we do every single day at admanity.com, and we do it for $397. And I'm going to show you how we do it in just a minute. But it actually is possible. As ridiculous as that just sounded, you could have all of that in 5 minutes. And I guarantee you one thing. It will change the way you market your personal brand. If you have a brick and mortar business, it will change that. It will change everything, because it will show you the exact emotions, the exact strategies, the exact tactics that you're going to need. And they won't go out of style either. The good advertising formula never goes out of style. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to share with you some big brands later. I have another segment later today. But until then, I'll just leave you with that cliffhanger. We're going to show you some actual real life examples. But what I want to do right now is I'm going to share my screen with you. And should be looking at my screen, which you're not. Okay. What is Admanity? This is the first thing I want to share with you so we can understand better what Admanity does. It's just a combination of advertising and humanity, and that's where the word Admanity comes from. Now, we've been featured on over 200 websites around the country, and I've been on, I've lost track how many podcasts that I've been interviewed on, but we're getting the word out about this. This is an algorithm that we created that enables us to do all that in 5 minutes. It's kind of crazy. And the way we did it is we studied over 100 years of advertising, but we didn't study every ad. That would take forever. We only studied the ads that made a fortune for the companies that ran them. So the winners, we just looked at the winners. If you're going to study somebody, study a winner. That's the smart way to go, no matter what you're doing. And so we looked at the companies. So if you look at that red line there on the bottom, that's kind of not much going on, right? Let's say that's our brand right now. And, we're not really happy with it. It's kind of flatlining. And then all of a sudden, a new ad is introduced into the mix. Nothing else changes, just the ad. And all of a sudden, the brand starts to go up. And it starts to go up rather dramatically. And it's the same product. We didn't change product. It's just presented differently. And it's, oops, kind of went wacky there. Well, basically, it's just saying that it's just the ad is the only thing that really changed. And on that thought, small businesses can now advertise using the same formulas that the big guys use. And these big companies spent millions of dollars to figure this out. So it's really nice that you can just come along and copy it because there's no royalty on an idea like this. Now, the big guys have big ads, big budgets. You're a small business. You're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to do it on a much smaller budget. That's all small businesses have to do. So if you advertise for $100 a week on Facebook, then that's what it is. You're not going to spend millions of dollars, but you can use the same emotional tactics and you just use the same ideas. And we'll show you how to do that. So for example, let's take a look at this ad. I'm just going to share with you why ads continue to work over and over and over. Advertising is formulaic. That's one of the principles of Admanity. And the good ad just continues to work over and over. Products will change, logos change, everything changes, but humans don't change. Isn't that interesting? You still have the same DNA and emotional toolbox as Caesar, Mozart, and Shakespeare. So you've never really changed, and humans don't really change. So we can use these formulas over and over. So let's switch that college ad now. And now we're selling fashionable evening attire using the exact same words. Be admired, make the smart choice today. And I can switch the ad again. And now we're selling hair products. Be admired, make the smart choice today. So good formula works over and over, again and again. And it can even interchange between products. And it's one of the things we share with you, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Now, meet the best customer you're ever going to have. It's the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind of your prospects loves repetition. It loves emotions. It loves simplicity. It loves visuals and metaphors. It believes everything it's told. Isn't that nice when we're trying to sell something? If our prospect would just believe everything that we said to them, and it makes all the buying decisions. That's probably the most important thing about the subconscious mind. The mind you never think about. It makes the buying decision. So we just need to talk in a language that it likes. And that is what we call advertising. So emotions were actually the first language of humanity. Before we had words, phrases, and metaphors, we had a lot of people look like this guy. And it was all emotional, wasn't it? There wasn't a lot of language. It was just simple emotional survival. And that's how our language and everything started. Now, to give you a modern day example, let's go to the 23rd century now. Now, a lot of us know Star Trek, and the two characters there couldn't have been more opposite, right? Captain Kirk is the emotional one, the one who made all the decisions. He would represent your subconscious mind and very emotional. And then there's Mr. Spock, the exact opposite. Conscious brain, stoic, rational thought, not emotional at all. And if you had to hire these people to work for you, here's what would happen. Captain Kirk would be the star of your sales team. He would make you a fortune. You'd fire Spock within 30 days because Spock can't sell. The conscious mind doesn't know how. The subconscious mind is the mind that buys. And so Spock would find himself at a real disadvantage because persuasion is emotional and resistance All resistance is rational. So if you've got a lot of facts and logic in your ads, all you're doing is giving people more ways to say no to you. You must stay on the emotional side. Think Captain Kirk. Do not sell like Spock. You'll get a reaction like that. It just really doesn't work. Now, in Admanity, we've narrowed it down to 15 emotions. These are the 15 emotions that sell everything. So I want you to look around the room that you're in right now. Wherever you are, you're probably at home. Look around the room at everything in that room, furniture and clothing, or whatever you got around you. Every single thing you've purchased in that room, you purchased emotionally. You did not purchase it logically. You purchased it emotionally. Your emotions buy everything. They move us through life. And what you're looking at here are the 15 emotions that sell stuff. These are the 15 that make us money. If you can learn these and learn the combinations, and that's what we show you, which ones go together, then you can create an ad anytime, any place, anywhere, at almost any price. And so if you look at these labels, authority, affinity, approval, community, admiration, ambition, you're not going to see anything there that you don't recognize. You know, we buy emotionally, so you must sell on emotion, and these are the 15 that work. Technology will always change. It changed since I've started talking. But these emotions will be here for your children's children's children. Our brains evolved to react to emotions. That's just why we are what we are. Not facts, not reason, not logic. There were no logical cavemen. Okay, there were only emotional cavemen, and we grew from there. These emotions are primal. That's why we call them, I referenced the caveman. You've been using them your entire life. You just had them used on you most of the time. We're going to show you how to use them in your marketing. And these emotions continue to sell everything, and they will into the future forever and ever and ever. It's just the way it's going to work out. Now, the formulas are what you need to know, the combinations of those emotions that fit your brand. That's the secret. And if I asked you today, what's your formula? Most of you would say, well, I don't know. What's a formula? Most small businesses don't know their formulas. It's not your fault. You were never shown, but you need to be shown. And 4 out of 5 small businesses fail. And that's a really bad number. And there's no reason for that. But if 4 out of 5, if 100% of the business started out knowing their formulas, I don't think 4 out of 5 would fail. But because almost no small business knows the formulas, and only 1% of the businesses in America can afford to hire an agency, the other 99%, that's us, we have to get this information somewhere else. And that's what we share with you, because the big brands can hire the talent and they understand their formula. If you ask the CEO of a big brand, what's your formula? He'll tell you. But we, as small business people, sometimes we just shake our heads and say, well, I don't even understand what you're trying to ask me. And so we are not shown. And so we created the world's first brand analysis algorithm. And what it does is it analyzes any brand in 5 minutes and tells you all those answers, everything I said in our little funny story that when we began today. So the Admanity protocol is just a breakthrough system that reveals your emotional formulas that will sell your brand best based on all the most successful ads of all time. So think of it like an owner's manual, but without spending the fortune, without having to go back to school, without risking any money, because we do everything on a money-back guarantee. Think of it like a personality test. Most of us have done one of those by now, and they're really fun. They're really interesting. I love them. But think about this as a personality test for your business. So we say what to say, how to say it, what to show, how to show it, what they want, and how to make them want it. And this is part of what's available to you in your We Empower You membership. Now, real fast, this is what you get. The brand attraction test is 5 minutes online, true, false, simple questions about your brand. Nothing personal, nothing financial. The test is blind. We don't even know what business you're in when you take it. We don't need to know that to analyze the emotionality of it. Your brand brief will tell you exactly what you are. It'll classify you. In this case, it's innovation. But there are many, as you saw, the 15 different classifications. So we'll just share with you how you should be presenting yourself to the market. We'll put everything in the portal 24/7. You can access it anytime. It's totally free. There's never a charge to go to your portal and learn more about yourself and your report. Everything that all of those unreasonable requests that we played in our game are in this report. We'll show you the emotions, the strategies, formulas, how to upsell, copywriting, all the words and phrases and metaphors, the colors, how to win back, the psychology of your best customer. All of this stuff is revealed to you in 5 minutes. So it's pretty cool.